Okay, so this video is a little different. It's going to be the top 10 heroes of all time. Some of them will be superheroes, but some of them won't. So number 10, Percy Jackson. Please note, I am counting Percy Jackson as the one from the book, as the one from the movie is less hero-like. You know, he's not that great. Number 9, Maximum Ride. She is a great leader. She leads a clan of 6 bird human people. They are just great together. They're way better than the Avengers, in my opinion. I mean, they're superhumans, and just for that, they should be on this list. Now, if you've never read this book, I highly suggest reading it. If you hate books, you'll probably still like this book, because the chapters are so short, so fun. Number 8, Lakitu. So, of course, I had to add a Mario character, because Mario, actually M, is one of the letters in my YouTube channel slogan, which is MM and L. Mario, Minecraft, and Legos. So I had to add Lakitu. Now, the reason why he's a hero is because he saves you when you fall off the track in Mario Kart. And he tells you when to start your car in Mario Kart. Now, those are two pretty weak reasons, but, also what I want to point out is he's obviously a superhero if he's able to be on a cloud. Now, obviously, we have seen a lot of modifying things, like, in Mario. Like, for instance, if you are in World 6 on Super Mario Bros. Wii, and you unlock the airship level, when you're done with that level, there is an anchor on a cloud. So an anchor, which is stereotypically a very heavy object, on a cloud, which is stereotypically a very light object. Those two don't tend to actually work. So, Mario never has been one to follow physics, but I do think there's something special about light. I mean, he's just a very cheery guy. He's awesome. Number 7, Superman. So, obviously we had to add the Man of Steel. He has superpowers. The reason why he's so low is doesn't seem to have much of a personality, in my opinion. And I'm very disappointed that there's going to be a movie called Superman versus Batman. Because obviously Superman's going to win because he's infinitely strong and all that stuff. But, why do you have to make a movie about that? That's saying, like, Apple versus Microsoft. We all love them both, but we know that Microsoft would win. 6, Mark Watney. Now, he's a newer hero, and the reason why he's a hero is because he did very well under stress. You could argue that he's just a movie character, but I think that this depicts a scenario that is very likely, especially in the 2030s. If we do accidentally leave a person on Mars, I think that they need to follow a lot of things Mark Watney did. Just keep calm, and keep a good attitude, and keep a sense of humor. That is what helped him survive, honestly. If that movie did not have a sense of humor, I, 1, wouldn't have liked it, and 2, would have guessed that Mark Watney would have died. So number 5, Thor. So, taking the 5th spot on this list is the second superhero we've seen, but he is literally a god. Now, as Captain America said, there's only one god, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't dress like that, but still, we're just going to say, for the case right now, that he's a god. He has a Thor, and he has a hammer, and he wields it because he is, what's the word? I don't know. Okay, anyway, he's supposed to wield it, and that's good for him. So that's why he has that hammer, and he's very noble, and he's very loyal to his team of the Avengers. Number 4, Cooper. So Cooper, kind of like Mark Watney, is a very good leader. He does very well under stress, and he technically sacrificed his own life to save his team of only one person. There was only one person left, and he ended up surviving, but hey, Newton's third law of physics. Please tell me at least one person got that joke. Captain America. So, he is a very loyal person. He has everything that we have on this list combined into one great person who also has a very good personality. He's got the sense of humor of Mark Watney. He saves people like Lakitu. He can kind of fly like Maximum Ride. And he's got super strength like Superman. He's just got everything on this list we've mentioned so far and upgraded a little bit. Number 2. Earlier, I said that Lakitu is on this list because Mario is one of my letters. Well, why not have Mario himself? Before you stop this video and comment in the section below that Mario is not a hero, let me just explain why he is. He has saved Princess Peach way more times than we can count. He's even saved Princess Daisy. He has had to go on magical Galaxy Adventures twice in only a time span of 4 years, which I'm pretty sure is almost physically impossible, but hey, it's Mario. And he is able to obtain superpowers, and he's able to hold them in himself. I mean, that must hurt, shooting ice out of your hand, making a boomerang pop out of nowhere, and shooting fire out of your hand. Come on, that's really gotta hurt. Also, turning big, the amount of growing pains that he is suffering in just a millisecond, whoa, I cannot even imagine. Like, I have growing pains, and I only grow like an inch. If he has growing pains, and he grows like an entire 30 feet, oh my gosh, he must like die almost. In fact, he has died several times. He has died so many times. I mean, he's gotten game overs, and it's the same Mario every single time that dies. So every time you die, you make your Mario die, he dies, and more Marios die, and I mean, there's literally only one Mario, and he's doing everything at the same time. So, why not have clone characters? Because he needs to be in 2 video games at the same time. Also, now in Super Mario Maker, he has to build the level. I mean, ultimately, you're the person building the level, but we all know in Mario games, Mario is the person doing it. I mean, in Super Mario Bros., you're playing as Mario. In Super Mario Maker, maybe you are playing as Mario. So, before we get to number 1, I want to say that in this list, we have had a demigod, an avian human person. We've had 2 astronauts who have faced overwhelming odds. We've had Superman, Man of Steel. Another hero, Thor. We had Lakitu. He was fun to see. And we had Mario. We had him too. The other person we had... Who's the other person? Anyway, there was a 9th person. Not sure who it was right now. Sorry. But those were all fiction people. Maybe people from video games. Or movies. Now this next person is a group of people. They take up 1% of the U.S. population, and they're the reason that you're here today. So, in this group of people, there are 5 subgroups, and that is the Army, Air Force, Marines, Navy, and Coast Guard. These are all the armed forces, and I think that they definitely deserve to be on this list, and furthermore, they deserve to be number 1. What they're doing is incomprehensible. They're putting their life on the line just so that you can live in the U.S., just so that the U.S. can stay how it is. If we didn't have these people, none of you would be here today. I mean, this is just amazing what they do for our country, and I think it definitely deserves recognition, and it probably deserves more than they get. I mean, the amount of recognition they deserve is not enough to fit in the universe. Even if everybody on the planet Earth spent their entire life saying thank you, 1, that's a huge waste of time, and 2, that's not even close to how much thanks they need to get. I mean, I think that the best way to thank them would probably to find a planet out there, carve it into the word thank you, and maybe that'll make up for... I don't know. I mean, honestly, that almost seems like enough, but not really quite. Seriously, though, so many people have died because of this, but so many people will live because of this, which is the great thing. They're protecting us so that we can stay here today. Obviously, if you don't live in the U.S., this doesn't apply to you, but, I mean, maybe you do have armed forces in your country that you appreciate. I hope you appreciate them, and if you don't, well, then you should, because that's important to do. So, I want to just say, happy Veterans Day. That is why this video is coming out on Veterans Day. In fact, this entire video was made to honor Mario and the armed forces, more specifically. So, before I leave you, I want to show you a teaser for the next video. It will be the top 10 forgotten Mario Kart tracks. All the Mario Kart tracks that have never been used as retro tracks, and people just flat out forget sometimes because they're so irrelevant. I will warn you for that next video, there's going to be a lot of Game Boy tracks, so sorry. Now, I do want to say Happy Veterans Day. Hope you have a great day, and just keep on having a good day, I guess. I said that 3 times, but